So it's Thursday night, and 2 days from now I'm going to be attempting a solo run from Huntington Lake to Mammoth Lakes in California, Trans-Sierra run. It's going to be somewhere between 52 and 57 miles. It just depends what time I get into Mammoth Lakes area. If I'm in early enough, I'm going to do a little stop off at Devil's Post Pile. Okay, so here's the gear that I'm bringing on this adventure. Got my clothing here, going long sleeve hoodie. Actually bringing some layers in case things get a little south on me. Bringing some electronics, so got an extra battery, headlamp, Garmin inReach and way to charge my phone. My medical bag. We'll be using trekking poles. And then having one small rest stop, so I'm actually going to switch out this light pack with this big pack, which I'm going to use for the majority. We'll be just filtering water as I go. And then for mapping, I will be bringing a paper map for redundancy. I also have my route loaded in the watch, and then also will be using Gaia. And then I have a bivy sack just in case of emergencies. Casey's not escaping the GoPro. He's here at 2 a.m. to help take me up the mountain.
Just the driver.
Just the driver. He might run some trail up there, we'll see. Okay, so probably can't see much in the dark here, but it's just after 4 a.m. Made it to the trailhead at Huntington Lake and gonna start getting on the trail. I should hopefully see Casey at mile 7, and then at that point, probably not a whole lot of other people other than hikers. So can't see a whole lot here yet. It's about 4:45, a little over a mile into the trail. So just past the pack station, but had mostly uphill, a little bit of runnable stuff, but there's about 2,000 feet of climbing in the first 7 miles, so starting to clear up a little. Got some daylight coming. Should be able to get off the headlamp fairly soon. And entering Kaiser Wilderness, about 3.5 miles in. All right, we have our first major log crossing here. Balance check. Pass. First I thought it might be a bear, but they have cows out here. Almost a checkpoint. All right, Casey's the man. Woohoo! Support crew is here. 2 hours and 5 minutes. 7+ miles. Here's Casey. We did a quick 15-minute pit stop. He gave me some respite here at mile 7 and got a little run in.
A little bit.
And
7 miles down, 50 to go.
50 to go, yeah.
I got about that many to drive home.
Yeah, he's got a couple-hour drive home. It's giving me an estimated time arrival of 8 o'clock right now, which would be nice, but that's going to slow down. There's a rough section coming up ahead, so we'll see how it goes.
Good luck.
This area back here has been decimated by fire. You can barely see the trail most of the time. We've got all these thorns here that we're working around, but it's really overgrown. There's a lot of trees down. Definitely slow going. Now we have a different kind of balance check. There's no water to fall off into, but there are thorns to fall off into. Since there's no trail, we kind of have to navigate our way through these. Actually making a lot better time than we did the first time around, so it was good practice. Good idea to come out and scout this area. So we're close to Rattlesnake Creek, and next to the creek we have this kind of disgusting looking pond here. If I really needed water, I could get it here. I do have a filter, but I'm going to go ahead and push on. somewhere in this mess. Also, just a tip, if you are out here in the middle of nowhere on your own, doing 50 plus mile hike / run, make sure you do continue to feed yourself and hydrate properly. We're descending into a canyon right now. Got about a mile to the San Joaquin River, which is running just down there over that little ridge. Trail's actually been not too bad to find, so that's good news. And we've got beautiful weather today, overcast, not too hot, so perfect weather for this attempt. About 12.5 miles in. This is the Rattlesnake Bridge. Looks safe enough. I've been on it once before. You can hear it rattling. But it spans the South Fork of the San Joaquin River. And I met a couple a little while ago. I was shocked at that. But they said they tried to get up this gully here and it was very overgrown, a lot of tree fall, so it's going to be a challenge. Well, here's my trail. So my fork is right here, Rattlesnake Bridge Cutoff, which heads into Warm Creek, which heads into Vermillion Resort. Overgrown. I had purchased a machete to use on this trip, but I ultimately decided against it because of the weight. So far it's been a good decision, but there has been some thick overgrowth like this. Pretty nuts. So I'm still on the Rattlesnake Cutoff Trail, or Rattlesnake Bridge Cutoff, and I'm fairly certain somebody had just drawn a random dotted line across the map, because I'm basically on the trail and this is what it looks like. Crazy. So there was something on Gaia called the Ruins, and this appears to be it. It's an old cabin in the middle of nowhere. There was some old barbed wire that I found back over there. So I don't know if this was grazing land or whatnot. Looks like some type of bear box or something from back in the day. Looks like the bear box is some type of old bomb box. I was brave and I opened the door. Nothing came out and murdered me, so that's a bonus. I think it's time we get back on the trail though. So I'm a little over 20 miles in, almost to VVR, Vermillion Valley Resort. And the last 13 miles have basically been all bushwhacking off trail. There's been glimpses of trail, but not often. But it's an adventure. That's what I came for. Not quite to Vermillion yet, but there's a little cabin out here. Got a little dog out here staring at me. And finally got some runnable stuff. Woohoo! It looks like my 14 miles of hell is over. I am almost to VVR. I can actually see the lake coming up here, so I'm gonna look for some water, get back on the trail. Should be very clearly marked from here on out. Excited about that. There was a sign for a bridge and I didn't take it, so looks like we're crossing here. Doesn't look too bad. Goodale Pass. So this is my gateway to the John Muir Trail and PCT. One big climb and then should be pretty good movement after that. approaching Goodale Pass, which is going to be the highest point on this Trans-Sierra crossing. We're about to see the other side of the mountains, approaching Goodale Pass. That is Papoose Lake. And this is Lake of the Lone Indian. It's beautiful. And I just hit the JMT and PCT. Hard to tell how many miles I have left. It shows me 27.4, but I'm actually gonna cut a few miles off and head straight to Mammoth. It's going to be too dark to see Devil's Post Pile. I'm running late. Appears to be a popular campsite. Haven't seen any tents the entire time, and we got 2 or 3 popped out over here. I've actually been here before since I've done the JMT, but I don't actually remember this spot. Pretty though. Lake Virginia. This is a pretty good sized lake. I'm working my way down towards it. Should be pretty close to it. Sunset over Purple Lake. About to go dark. Just hit 40 miles. Hard to tell what's left, but I think that there's about 14 or 15, and it's pretty much all going to be in the dark. So I think I'm probably rolling into Mammoth Lakes. Maybe 1:32, somewhere in that ballpark. Hopefully Kenia's awake. This has been my view for the last few hours. Sometimes this is what my goals and dreams look like. Me out in the middle of the wilderness and nobody else around. But every step is bringing me closer to Mammoth. Horseshoe Lake, that's where I'm meeting her. I'm hopeful that this trail is well maintained. There we go. So after almost 22 hours and 54 miles, the quest is complete. So we're getting ready to get on the road back home. Kenia picked me up about 2 in the morning off the trail yesterday, so she stayed up. Yeah, the entire thing ended up being 54 miles. I'm not sure the elevation gain because Strava won't load yet, but I think 12,000-ish. And it took almost 22 hours. There's just a lot of issues, obviously, as you saw earlier with the pathfinding. So yeah, good adventure.
Yeah.
Probably won't repeat that course ever again, but on to newer and different things.